Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. Thank you for joining us as we kick off another week of exciting and fresh possibilities, Mona.
Wow, I love your attitude, Clyde. That's pretty good. Yes, and yes, we do. We've got a great show and a great week.
Yeah, we do.
Planned for you.
And we start off with a good thing to talk about very quickly this morning. It's National Good Neighbor Day, something that started in the fertile mind of Betty Matson of Lakeside, Minnesota back in the 70s, became kind of a national observance in the late 70s. What a wonderful thing to start the week with.
Absolutely. And you know what, Clyde, I just have to say, talk about good neighbors. Man, I have a good neighbor. The front of my yard has looked like a deserted cemetery for months now, and I'm just not a gardener. I'm just not what I am. And so, but I saw him outside, and he said, "Mona, next year I'm going to plant flowers in your yard," because he loves to do that kind of stuff. So talk about a good neighbor. Thank you, Russ.
Well, and that kind of reminds me of the young guy that, we talked a lot about a few months ago, who was kind of cleaning up trash in his neighborhood after some civil disturbances. He was out there picking up stuff, and as a result of it, other good neighbors chipped in to get him a car and help him at least start off his academic career post-high school. So, it's a great thing to do, and sometimes there are unexpected rewards, like somebody comes and plants flowers in your yard where otherwise there's brown, dead grass and stuff.
That's exactly what was there, Clyde. And next year it's going to be, I'm going to have a show home. Yes. Is that what they're called, Clyde? Show home? Yeah. Whatever.
Well, there you go.
It's going to look good. It's going to look good outside.
Yes, ma'am. Now, later on in our program today, we've got a good way for you to be a good neighbor by helping to battle breast cancer. And we're also going to show you how the same people who dry your basement can fix your sidewalk so it doesn't look quite like a staircase. That's coming up too. But we're going to start this morning with art. Woodgrain picture frames, barnyard animals, and sunflowers galore. These are what usually come to mind when you think about vintage farmhouse chic. And one local woman is capturing all that flair and so much more in her artwork. To tell us more, I want to welcome Alex Keeler, the creator behind Vintage Rooster Mercantile. Alex, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Clyde. How are you?
I'm just fine, especially now that we can hear each other. So tell me a little bit about how it was you decided that the vintage style was what appealed to you.
I grew up. My mom was very much into the antiques, and so as a child, my brother and I were drug along to every antique store possible. So that's kind of where the love comes from.
So do you generally have an art background?
Yeah, I do not have an art background. Basically, I was kind of self-taught, got bored, and it's always been kind of my thing, is that art and decorating. So it just kind of comes natural for me, but painting didn't. So I'm kind of self-taught as far as painting goes.
So tell us a little bit about some of the pieces that you make and how you do that.
Basically, I'm usually in old barns, and we actually go in physically to old barns that people are tearing down, and we take down the wood. My husband is great about putting it all together, and then I have to come up with something to paint on it.
Okay, and from where do you draw the inspiration that allows you to come up with that stuff?
Just about anywhere. The farmhouse trend is kind of big right now, so just watching TV, going places, people will special order their animals. So I paint just about anything, anywhere I can get inspiration, basically. And then, of course, seasonal pumpkins. Of course, we're going into Christmas, so I'm starting to paint snowmen already.
Sure.
So.
Okay. All right. So now we know you have a successful Facebook group. Can you tell us a little bit about how people who want to learn more about your art can connect to you, maybe find you, and maybe order some of your art?
Yeah, absolutely. I am on Facebook. It's Vintage Rooster Mercantile. They can look me up. I'm also on Instagram. I do a lot of shows. I have a show coming up, actually, Vintage Market Days, and that's in Xenia, Ohio. And that's going to be actually October 30th, 31st, and November 1st. where I'm also got a booth at the Waynesville Antique Mall. So you can search me out there, or you can make an appointment. I have a barn that I open up. If you want an appointment, you're more than welcome to come out and take a look.
All right. Alex, thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
Well, if you didn't have a chance to see it, we had our primetime special, Project Home, air last week, and it's a show full of helpful household information from trusted local professionals. For example, did you know that the basement doctor can help fix your walkway? He can. Take a look.
Here in the Tri-State, we are no strangers to water issues, and right now we are on a job site with the basement doctor. Now, Rick, what is going on today?
Actually, Allie, we're waterproofing this basement.
Okay, so what does that entail?
We have a patented WaterGuard product. Basically goes into a sump pump, and then from the sump pump, it collects the water that's being brought to it by the WaterGuard, and therefore it pumps it out into the yard, gets it out of the area, keeps the basement dry.
And for homeowners, what are things to look for when it comes to water issues?
Cracking in the walls or water coming up through your cove.
What is a cove?
A cove is where, when they build your home, they build they pour your footer, then they pour your foundation walls, then they pour your basement floor, and in there, concrete does not bond to concrete. So as the water starts rising up underneath the floor, it comes through the cove and it comes along the perimeter of your home.
And once a homeowner knows that they have water issues, how do you go about fixing that?
We install our patented WaterGuard product along the exterior walls. We put in a sump pump that has holes drilled into it that relieves hydrostatic pressure that can be built up underneath the floor. A lot of homeowners don't understand that there's always water underneath your floor no matter what you do. It's about controlling the water table, and by putting our sump pump in, we're able to keep that water table down 16 to 18 inches below the floor.
Kind of explain a little bit what makes your product so unique and your process so unique.
Well, it is patented. We do not have to dig down and go in front of the foundation footer. Ours goes onto the footer. It collects the water. The sump pump collects the water that is down below the floor. The WaterGuard collects the water that comes in through your walls and things like that. Most other systems, everything is down 10, 12 inches underneath the ground, collecting that water, but the water that's coming through the wall, it's got to travel to get down to it. So ours catches a lot sooner.
And more importantly, when should homeowners be calling you?
As soon as they see any signs of cracking, or if they see any type of signs of water infiltration, they should absolutely call us. It's free for us to come out and take a look for it.
If homeowners aren't taking action, what is the long-term damage for homes?
Well, it costs you twice as much money to put it off for too long, and then we come in, there's more extensive damage of, you got drywall repair, you have carpet that's ruined, you have wood that's rotted, needs to be ripped out, especially if you're going to finish your home. This is something you definitely want to do prior to finishing.
So a year from now, how does a homeowner know that the system is still working?
They just need to give us a call. We come out, we have a thing called an inspection port that our guys are able to lift the lid off of there, inspect down inside, look, run a garden hose down there, flush the system, make sure everything's working correctly.
Awesome. And more importantly, if people want to call you and get a hold of you, where can they go?
Go to the basement doctor, visit us online, or give us a call.
Awesome. Rick, thank you so much.
COVID-19 is not only threatening our country's physical health, it's also taking a heavy toll on the emotional well-being and brain health of Americans. A new nationwide poll from MDVIP and IPSOS found nearly 2 out of 3 adults report feelings of depression or anxiety, and 2 out of 5 have experienced forgetfulness or memory loss during the pandemic. And to tell us more, I want to welcome Dr. Andrea Clemmis, the Chief Medical Officer for MDVIP. Thank you so much for talking to us, Dr. Clemmis. And, you know, we want to get right in. Your survey shows that most Americans don't know the facts about brain health, yet they worry about developing dementia and Alzheimer's. Why is there a disconnect there?
Yes, Mona, thank you for having me. 2 out of 3 people in the MDVIP survey said that they're concerned about their brain health, but nearly half failed the quiz. So I think that disconnect is that there's more education needed. And that's why we did this survey in World Alzheimer's Month, or at least bringing out the results of it, to educate people and to let them know that Alzheimer's is not a normal consequence of aging. And you need to have a physician, a partner who can help you, know you, like an MDVIP physician, who can take you through the steps of, do you have an issue? Do you have a risk factor? And what do you need to do to maybe push off the disease or have dementia that's not Alzheimer's and something that can be treatable?
Okay, so when it comes to brain health, what should people be talking about to their doctors?
Well, they need to talk about cognitive screening. And not only that, the MDVIP survey showed that 65% of people had never had a cognitive screen who were over the age of 55. So you need to be screened, and you need to have it followed along yearly so that a doctor can really note when cognitive decline is starting, not when you get way down that path. You also need to be looking at screening for things that affect brain health. Hearing loss, you need a hearing check. You need a depression screen, even a neurological exam. The MDVIP survey showed only 1 in 2 had had any of that testing in the last few years. So you need a partner in health who's going to focus on prevention with you.
How do we recognize the early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's versus just normal aging?
So red flags for Alzheimer's are things like memory loss that disrupts your everyday life. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a female patient in her 80s, sweet lady, the type who's about 5 feet, and if I blew on her, it felt like she'd fall over. And she had diabetes, and we couldn't get her sugars under control. And she'd come in and she'd just smile and laugh, very charming. I enlisted her daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law drew up her insulin, put it in the refrigerator in 2 boxes and said, take this in the morning, this in the evening. And when the daughter-in-law check followed up on her, found that she was forgetting to take her insulin. And that was the first sign that we had of memory loss that was really disrupting her life. Poor judgment, poor decision-making. Those things are Alzheimer's red flags. Things that are normal consequence of aging. When you walk in the room and you can't remember why you went in, and you leave and you remember 20 minutes later, or you're talking to somebody and can't remember the name of the actress in that movie. Those are all normal aging, memory loss, and then maybe even more pronounced right now during COVID-19.
All right, all that is really good information. We appreciate it. Where can people get more information?
They can go to mdvip.com/brainhealth. They can take the quiz, see what they get, learn more, and find a doctor in their area. We have many MDVIP physicians. In fact, some of my favorites are in Cincinnati, Ohio. And if I can do one more plug, please wear a mask and get your flu shot.
All right, that's a good plug. Thank you so much, Dr. Clemens. We appreciate you talking to us today.
Welcome back. Breast Cancer Awareness Month starts in just a few short days, and a local law enforcement agency is teaming up with other local organizations, I should say, to shed more light on this deadly disease. They're doing this through something called the Pink Patch Program. And here now to talk with us about that this morning is Colonel Todd Cummins from the Grant County Sheriff's Office and Beverly Hearn from St. Elizabeth Healthcare. Thank you both for being here with us this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Indeed. Colonel, remind us about the goal of the Pink Patch Project.
I think the goal is more than anything is just to continue to raise awareness about this. If we can, if we can put a pink patch or a pink ribbon on one of our cruisers and it brings somebody's attention that they need to go get checked for breast cancer, that's the ultimate goal, just to bring awareness and make sure everybody understands how serious this is.
And we talked to you about this before. How exactly is it that the Grant County Sheriff's Office decided to pursue this mission?
Well, when Chaplain Polly came to Grant County Sheriff's Office and asked to be our chaplain, he's really involved in this heavily. You can see from the ribbon and the thing in the back that we have all the different patches that he has collected over the years and a half, couple years we've done this, and he's just very involved in it and try to draw awareness to it.
So Beverly, let's talk a little bit now about St. E's role in all of this.
The Sheriff's Department sells patches and various things to help make money, and then that's given to our St. Elizabeth Foundation, designated to our Grant County Cancer Care Department. We have a Grant County Cancer Care Department here that is a satellite of the Edgewood campus, and so that is used for things here on our campus. We sure appreciate them, everything that they've done to help us out here.
Okay, Colonel, you have a new way for people to join in and help out this year. Tell us about it.
Sure. We've in the past we've sold coffee cups and different stuff. This year we decided to sell coffee to go in your coffee cups. With the help of Heritage Bank, they sponsored this, and you can buy these bags of coffee at Grant County Drugs, the Sheriff's Office, Heritage Bank, and St. Elizabeth Hospital.
All right, Beverly, right quick, how important is it to have an ally like the Grant County Sheriff's Department?
Well, it's very important to St. Elizabeth to have community involvement, to be involved in the community, and to also have our fellow people here involved in our facility and making decisions and helping us out. The support is just phenomenal, and we just appreciate everything they do.
Right quick, before you get away, how can people who want to support you do that?
They can call us at the Grant County Sheriff's Office, go to our website, and we also have a Facebook that has connections.
All right.
The program on that.
All right, super. Thank you both for joining us and talking with us this morning.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Mona?
Well, if you think having a white, bright smile will cost too much money, or it's too time-consuming, or the idea of having sensitivity issues keeps you away from that confident white smile, we have a secret that we want to share with you. And here to share it with you and tell us all about it and just how easy it is to whiten and maintain a bright white smile is my friend Scott DeFalco. Thanks for joining us, Scott, and we're going to jump right in. Tell us all about Power Swabs.
Oh my goodness, Mona, Power Swabs is certainly not a secret. In fact, it's really the leader in the teeth whitening industry and changing the way we whiten our teeth in this country and around the world for the last 6 years, because we've gone worldwide with it now. And the reason why it's been so popular, actually 3 reasons why, is that you're going to get results in less than 5 minutes. We're going to do it without sensitivity. I'm glad you brought that up at the top, because that's the biggest complaint people have about the other products. But it also works on all dental surfaces, Mona, which is a big deal because people pay a lot of money to get those procedures done. Over time, their smiles go uneven because they stain. Not anymore. Power Swabs will lift those stains, get you back to the bright white smile you had when it was done.
All right, so we're looking at a 2-step process, right?
Yeah, it's a quick 2-step process, and I brought a fun video, Mona, of time-lapse of 2 raw eggs that we use. And I don't know about you, but I cannot start my mornings without my coffee like millions of other people. So we took a raw egg, and we put it in coffee for only 30 minutes. You see it right there. And then for 3 hours. But even after 30 minutes, Mona, coffee can significantly stain your teeth. But with Power Swabs' quick 2-step process, we're first removing the stains, then we're whitening it. You see it right there. The stains are gone. It's pretty incredible.
That is incredible, Scott. So, you know what? Power Swabs has some other features that makes it so popular. So talk about that.
Yeah, it's great. It's so easy to use. And I'm going to show your viewers what they just saw with the egg video, Mona, because when you get the Power Swabs in the mail, you're going to get a box of 7 stain-out swabs, a box of 7 whitening swabs. You're simply just going to pop it open, rub it on your teeth just like this, just like you saw in the egg video, for only 2 minutes. That's it, Mona. And with the stain-out swab, again, we're removing the stains, not covering them up like the strips in the trays, but we're also hydrating our enamel. That's why you don't get the sensitivity. The other products take the moisture out. That's why they hurt so much. So you do that for 2 minutes, pop open the whitening swab, another 2 minutes, and I'm done, Mona. In less than 5 minutes, you're going to get, on average, you're seeing it on your screen right now, 2 shades whiter. After the very first use, you're only going to do that once a day for 7 days and get 6 shades whiter. Best part, results last up to 6 months. Like I said, incredible product, and people just love it.
All right, well, let's get it into the hands of people. Tell us how they can get more information and get this product.
Yeah, first their hands, then their mouth. But we're going to give you our biggest discount ever, 40% off, plus free shipping, plus for free the on-the-go stain-out quick stick for the daily maintenance, Mona. Usually when you get a free gift with things, it's not that great. This rocks. Use it after your morning coffee or lunch. It's like brushing your teeth without having to. Rub it on your teeth for about a minute or 2. Lifts the stains before they sit in. The best part is that it's free. The only way to get that deal is to call the 1-800 number on your screen. There's also more information and updates at powerswabs.com.
All right, Scott, thank you. You know what? You're incredible and you rock. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Whole lot of rocking going on. All right, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, Cincy Lifestyle has full episodes of the show up on YouTube. Find fun segments you've never seen before, such as our interview with Bobby Bones on Service Dog Awareness Month, or watch your favorites again and again. So subscribe now, youtube.com/Cincy Lifestyle. We'll be right back. Taking a quick look outside, thunderstorms are possible as the day wears on. Will dry out this afternoon, high of 70 before starting to cool off a little bit, Mona.
Yes, Clyde. Yeah. So coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, it's an event that helps people with disabilities in our community. The president of Circle Tail Dog Training will be on the show to tell us more about the annual dinner, art, and wine event and how it can make a difference in the life of someone with a disability, Clyde.
And then if you want to boost your immune system, we've got the perfect way to do it. A spray you put under your tongue for faster, more effective results. We'll tell you about that. It Sprays is what it's called, and we'll have that on the program for you tomorrow on Cincy Lifestyle.
Hey, you know what? In the meantime, reach out to us. We love it when you do, and you give us all kinds of great show ideas. And you know what? Let us know how you are being a good neighbor today. We want to hear from you. And make it a great day. Thanks for watching our video. And if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, we love to say it, make it a great day.